Today, we will explore how to make a quiver for arrows from the chaparral yucca, a well-known plant recognized by various names, such as Lord's Candle or Spanish bayonet. This plant typically grows in the foothills of Southern California and northern Baja California. When the yucca matures, it produces a long flower stalk and eventually dies. Interestingly, the dry stalk can be utilized to create a sturdy quiver that is very useful for those who love exploring and surviving in nature. The first step in the crafting process is to carefully remove the dry leaves surrounding the stalk. It is essential to note that these leaves have sharp edges, so handling them requires caution to avoid injury. When selecting the stalk, we should choose one that is still standing upright, as these tend to have better durability and are easier to work with for crafting purposes. To smooth the rough edges, I use a stone that has been sharpened. The outer part of the stalk is quite hard, while the inside consists of a soft, dry pulp, which is very convenient for crafting. Once I have everything prepared, I measure the length of the stalk, aiming to create a quiver approximately over 60 centimeters long, which is sufficient to hold arrows. Although using a modern saw would speed up this task, I decide to employ traditional methods with a sharpened stone. I begin cutting around the stalk carefully, and with just a bit of force, the stalk breaks in two. The pointed end of the stalk is also very useful, allowing me to hollow out the inner part in preparation for the next step in making the quiver. As I proceed, I notice that the end of the stalk is quite brittle and easily breaks. Perhaps I need to experiment further to find a more effective method, as this process could take several hours to complete. Next, I need to remove the soft pulp from inside, leaving about 8 to 10 centimeters to create a cushion. Don't forget that this dry pulp can also serve as excellent tinder for starting fires. During the process, I encounter a pinnacate beetle, which is commonly known as a stink bug due to the unpleasant odor it emits. The following day, I return to the yucca plant to continue my work. I start by pounding the leaves and scraping the outer layer to separate the fibers inside. After extracting the fibers, I wash the leaves to remove any remaining pulp. An interesting fact is that when I quickly rub the leaves in my palms, a soapy foam appears, which can be used as a natural shampoo for hair. Next, I begin twisting the fibers into a sturdy cord using a 2-layer rolling method. I only need about 2 meters of cord to complete the quiver. As I drill holes into the stalk, I carefully operate to avoid cracking the outer bark. Once the holes are drilled, I thread the cord through the hole at the bottom of the stalk. To finish, I use a stick to pull one end of the cord through the top hole, and then I securely tie both ends of the cord together. Finally, my quiver is complete. It can be used not only to hold arrows, but also to store other solid, dry tools. This is a very useful way to utilize natural resources while allowing us to connect with primitive survival skills, giving us a sense of satisfaction and pride in mastering what nature provides. Thank you for watching today's video. I hope you found the information helpful and interesting as we created a quiver for arrows from the yucca plant. Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel so you won't miss our upcoming videos on exploration and survival skills. I look forward to seeing you in the next videos, and I wish you all the best in your adventures.